It is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Shad Sorenson. He's visiting us all the way from Orem, Utah, where he is the Assistant Vice President of Student Support Services there. And so as you talk with him, one of the things that in just our interviewing, I've definitely been able to see just a passion for students. He's been a part of a lot of different initiatives to kind of help out with support for students and also just support as far as academic advising, and also has his roots in community college. So without further ado, I'll turn the mic over to you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Can you hear it? Oh. M-U-T-E. I wonder what that means. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. So would it be okay if we just quickly went around the room and tell me your name and the department that you work with?
My name is Shad Sorenson.
Fabulous.
I teach developmental English.
Great. How about you two? Fantastic. Wingspan? Oh, great. Excellent. Thank you. Great. Thank you for being here. You guys really are glutton for punishment. Great.
I'm Bill Du Bois, I'm a trustee.
Great. Thank you.
Hello again, Rachel with TRIO. Sharon Warren, TRIO.
Fabulous. Well, as they mentioned before, I'm Shad Sorenson, and I'm a college dropout. You know, you sometimes go around the circle and you talk about it, and I want to share with you a little bit of my story as to how I became a college dropout and then a college graduate. And I apologize for those of you that have heard this before. I grew up on a small dairy farm, and my father had a sister and a sister-in-law and a brother-in-law, and they were all school teachers. So he was constantly saying, you really need to be a school teacher because they have retirement and they have benefits. And so I grew up kind of with that philosophy, and I think he could see within me that probably working with people versus milking cows and swapping hay might be a little bit more favorable to me. So I decided to major in agricultural education, and I started down that track in my first semester of school. I would go to school, and then I would go to my job making ice cream bars. Anybody ever had premium ice cream? I can tell you how those things are made. And I can tell you all the different flavors we would experiment with. And so I was making ice cream bars, and so I'd go to work, and I'd go to school, and then I would study, and I didn't really have much of a college experience because I didn't engage myself in the campus. So I had a friend who was attending the local community college. He told me, you know what? We were both state FFA officers, and he said, why don't you transfer down here? We'll be roommates, and he painted this wonderful picture. Well, of course, I decide on my own, I'm an adult, so I made the decision to transfer. Fortunately for me, my scholarship did transfer with me, otherwise I think I would have been killed. And I didn't tell my parents. And so I got down to the new place, to the new community college. My friend decided he didn't want to move out, he wanted to save money. And so I was on my own again, and I just decided, you know, I had reached that frustration point, and I was like, I'm done. So I dropped out, and then I went home, and that's when my mother said, no, you're not. And she took away my adulthood and sent me back to school. And I had the opportunity then at that point to be picked up and mentored by a wonderful faculty advisor and mentor. and some academic counselors that helped me to kind of redirect and guide my path. Had the opportunity to attend the community college and graduate with an Associate of Applied Science. And at that point in time, I just couldn't envision myself doing more, a 4-year degree. I was like, I've been in high school all this time, and I don't know, but yet I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I didn't kind of have that direction in mind. So I decided, well, I'll get an Associate of Applied Science. I live near Park City, Utah. I can work in hotels, so I'll do it in hotel management. And at the end of that Associate of Applied Science, I recognized, well, I'm not quite ready to go to work. Maybe I'll get my Associate in Science